but we are
Yeah,
about
I'm gonna
yeah.
wholeheartedly agree with those predictions.
There we go. All right. So could be a quick one here, folks. And we are about to go into draft. Dinsey, if you take a look in our little Discord channel, we were chatting
Yeah,
in
I have it
before,
open
got
here.
the spec link, and we have got the draft started. So we got Sentry banning out the Syndra and the Lilia coming out from scaling. There's the Mordekaiser. Any bands you'd really want to see up against scaling here, besides maybe those globals?
Honestly, I think that's their best bet. Yeah, we're already seeing the Shen, and I'd say Galio or TF is the second one as the third one. However, I do see the Syndra ban, so it's
Hmm.
probably because they're trying to factor in the new mid laner coming
Yes.
in. Maybe doesn't play Galio or TF.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely want to get that Shen out of there, though. Mordekaiser as well. That one actually targeted directly over, I believe, towards Dragon King up top, who has definitely been by far the most comfortable, and somebody who always want to look at for a Sentry is Unknown Shadow, the jungler. Definitely their best player, and when they have gotten a lot of things done, even against some of the mid tier teams, Unknown Shadow has been the one leading the fray. So interesting. Not a lot of bands going towards him, but scaling, probably feeling pretty confident no matter how this draft goes.
Right.
Jin coming in
Let's
here
pick
for
Jin.
scaling. Yeah, the
Pretty
first
interesting
pick.
to first pick that. I know
Yeah.
that scaling, they like to focus a lot on their bot lane, and they usually like to make sure that their bot lane is gonna win.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty surprised that they'd pick their ADC
Ooh.
first.
Samira coming in for Sentry as the answer. So
Oh
could
boy.
see a bit of a pop up, but hang on. I have no idea what's happening here
Oh
because
no, is
we
that
have Ezreal,
Samira mid?
Samira. So it could be Samira mid, of course, could be Ezreal mid, I suppose. But scaling, you can taking a bit of their time here trying to process what they've just seen, which is Samira and Ezreal locked in first rotation for Sentry. Um, I don't know what to make of this at all. I have no idea. I didn't see who is playing Samira, but
Yeah, yeah.
they're
At
like, well,
first I was
we
like,
don't know what's
okay.
happening, so we'll play Orn.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, Samira into Jhin, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Ezreal got locked in. And
Very,
now I just
very
don't know
weird.
what to think.
Yeah, Karma comes in as the partner for Jin there, and the Yorick, another Dragon King staple. He likes to play those self-sufficient split pushers up there, and can do well into the Ornn if you get an advantage out in the lane. But of course, we're going to have to be looking out for Quinn in the jungle on scaling, who has been an absolute terror to a lot of top laners in this league so far.
Mhm.
Waiting for the second round of bans here. Pardon me. And yeah, we have the mid laner and the jungler for scaling yet to be picked. And for Sentry, I just have no idea. I mean, I guess like probably not Ezreal jungle. So we're likely
Yeah,
looking at a jungler
probably
for
not.
Sentry.
I know
But
Tarzan liked to play it in solo queue a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
patches ago.
Yeah, it definitely can, work if you just get lucky and randomly get fed, but
Yeah.
almost any champion can jungle in that situation. So there's the
I
Hecarim ban. Quinn's been very good on that this season.
I am thinking it's probably Samira mid because she does work not just as an ADC but also as an
Yes.
assassin.
Yes, indeed.
So it would make sense to see like an assassin mid. And actually, the Samira, if you play it right into the Ornn, can be devastating in a team fight. Like because you can just eat the Ornn ult with your W because it
Sure.
works like a wind wall, and that can
Yeah, just
really completely change the tide of a team fight.
yeah, that's actually a great point. You talk about the Braum being picked up as a counter to the Ornn, but actually Samira probably even more consistent
Hmm.
and even easier to do because you can still keep doing what you were trying to do and spin that circle around you and block everything. So
Hmm.
yeah, looking out for that interaction. But here's the bands coming in. There's Soraka over on the side of scaling. Still scaling seems a little bit haphazard as to how they're reacting to this Samira Ezreal first rotation pick, but probably not too worried. But yeah, it is interesting what they're assuming the Samira is mid lane, what the answer will be there. Coming in from Dredgemon, who's had a couple of bans thrown his way already. And both these teams taking their time with the bans here. So there's the Akali that was hovered before. Looks like that's going to be locked again. Last ban for scaling here. Um, Before we continue, since the teams are giving us some time, I just want to remind everybody to follow all of our social media and remind all your friends to follow our Twitch, because let me tell you, Mel just was in the video chat showing us some of the swag that we've got from No Frills, some of the candy and the junk food that we got. And we would love to deliver that straight to your door if you live in Winnipeg. So keep participating in that chat and participating in the community, and we will get that over to you. Um, just it's picked randomly based on community engagement, Dinsey. So yeah, poggers in chat or whatever the kids say.
I feel like whenever I'm in the Twitch chat, I'm usually the most active, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm qualified to
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to get you something.
in this.
Judging from
Yeah.
how much stuff was littered
Yeah.
across the floor of Mel's basement, there, I'm pretty sure we can spare a
Pack of
rocket
rockets or
necklace or
two,
whatever
yeah,
for you. Yeah. Okay, so Oriana is the pick, and obviously quite safe, but oh, and an interesting actually interaction between Oriana and Samira is, of course, you can block the ball coming towards you, but the ball just stops. It doesn't actually disappear or anything the way skill shots often do. So, um,
Definitely strange.
yeah, we are. We'll see about that. I've had it happen to me where I was playing Samira and blocked the ball, but was still in range of the shockwave. Because if you block it and stay at that same range, the shockwave still hits you. So, uh, gotta watch out for that. Of course, there's the Thresh coming in as support, and we do have Kindred, the last pick. That's Quinn going to be on that Kindred in the jungle, looking to scale up and get those marks. Very, very scary in the late game. In general, is this scaling team composition here, living up to their name with that Ornn and Kindred, and of course the team fight presence of Oriana. So Echo comes in. That's Unknown Shadow in the jungle. And so, yes, indeed, it will be Samira mid. Um, any thoughts on these compositions here, Dinsey, before we go to a break?
Just really eyes on the Samir this game.
Mm-hmm.
To play Samir properly and to carry properly, you need a lot of mechanics, a lot of reactions, being able to dash out of abilities and being able to W different abilities.
Yes.
So I feel like the Samir can really pop off into the Zoriana. Like you can dodge her shockwave with your
Sure.
dash, you can dodge some balls, you can dodge Ornalts, you can eat Ornalts. Like I'm gonna be looking a lot for this Samira to see if this whoever's playing the Samira can really bring it out to its full potential.
Awesome. There you go. Eyes on the mid lane, most likely. We are going to take a quick break as looks like, first of all, we need to wait for the competitive integrity timer. And as well, we have a one team just having to deal with a quick technical issue. So we'll take a few minutes of a break, and we will be back with game one of our first quarterfinal of the year. All right, welcome back, folks. Sorry for the slight delay. We did have a player disconnect and not be able to get back on Sentry. That was the Dragon King. Wouldn't be able to do that. So Scaling very kindly agreed to redo the draft in light of the internet going down for Dragon King. We now have the Salt Lord in the top lane, and we got him on Teemo. So since we didn't get the chance to do analysis of the draft, Dinsey, I think we got to do it pretty rapid here. The Salt Lord on Teemo up in the top lane, up against the Scion. Good matchup there. Unknown Shadow now on the Jarvan, going to try to get that early game pressure. There's Rope Snake on the Talia, has the matchup into the Galio, which got allowed through because of the global. Now Mako and Deadfish are down on the Ezreal Yumi, obviously a very strong lane, but very vulnerable to the Blitzcrank, which is on the bot lane of Scaling, along with Misfortune on Leggy. That is going to be a very aggressive lane as well. And Quinn on the Lee Sin. Really, really aggressive stuff. Looking for some great mechanics from him. Draymond, like I said, on the global of the Galio. And we are about to have a level 1 invade. Alex Dirty
Yeah,
flash
man.
right in there. Mako gonna already be taken down. First blood. There goes Deadfish as well. Double kill off the start for Scaling, Dinsey. And yeah, just not looking great here.
It's a good thing we got that the draft analysis out before the invade
Exactly.
happened.
Yeah, I actually did need to do it that fast.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
man,
kind of
wild.
funny.
So the flash burn there, as well as ignite on Alex Dirty. No summoners. The exhaust used from Deadfish, but 2-0 already. A kill up to the Scion and a kill on. Do you say Leggy or Leggy?
I like to say Leggy.
Leggy feels better to say.
At
Leggy,
first I said Leggy.
I feel like Leggy is like a 50s way for like a film noir protagonist to describe like a dame who just walked into his
Yeah.
PI office. And Leggy maybe more sounds a little bit more like a League of Legends name.
Maybe
But
it's
there you go. He's got a
Luggy.
kill.
Lugai.
Lugai. Well, maybe we can ask him afterward. In any case, just taking a look down, we got the Coop. Oh, there's a hook actually coming in onto Mako. Another hook comes in. Looks like they will get out of this one, though. No flash on the Blitzcrank. They're going to get right out. So, advantage, of course, down to the bot lane. Longsword already purchased on Leggy on the MF there. But up in this top lane, the Teemo definitely can do some work against the Scion. Ooh, nice dodge there, Mako.
Wow, Alex Dirty is just going for every hook he can. They
the Babe Ruth of Blitzcrank.
They've been pretty promising so far, so
exactly.
doing a good job of it.
Yeah,
it's something that Mako is going to need to be really mindful of. Whenever there isn't a minion in front of you, you're prone to getting hooked. So he needs to be very, very careful of staying behind his minions.
Yeah, and of course, with the Yuumi being alongside you there and moving with you, it's extra dangerous because you're both getting hooked in.
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
if you're baiting it. But oh yeah, there you go. There's the hook. Alex Dirty actually takes a bunch of damage from that. The Salt Lord though now is going to be ganked. Quinn coming up from the top lane, and absolutely way too far up there from the Teemo without vision. So that is going to be Quinn coming in with a kill there, and we're looking to Quinn. I've been very impressed with Quinn's pathing and map presence all season long. Very scary, and Salt Lord maybe not quite prepared for that one. Well, we can definitely see he wasn't.
No kidding. I feel like it's kind of hard to play this in the bot lane because you really need to be able to react quick enough to whenever Blitzcrank throws out his hook. And with a player like Alex Dirty, he's a very smart support, so you can't just expect him to always hook in the same spot, for example. So if whenever you see the hook come out, you just immediately E, he's going to pick up on things like that, and he's going to try and aim in different places, try and fake out your E, things like that. So really need to play this bot lane very mechanically if you want to come out on top if you're on Sentry right now.
Yeah, definitely potentially hoping for some pressure coming in from Unknown Shadow there. Obviously very strong. Ooh, look at that flash coming in. Ooh, that was very, very close, but well played there by Rope Snake to get out of that one. And Quinn doesn't manage to get anything there. Flash blown, though, on the Talia. You can see the exhaust has been taken on Talia. Interesting up against a Galio, I think. Not sure that's going to benefit you all that much in that matchup, but of course could be looking to late game. Of course, exhaust can be very strong there.
Yeah, although I just wonder who you would be exhausting late game.
Yeah,
like,
there isn't somebody you see.
Lee Finn?
Yeah, Lee or, I don't know, getting into the backline and exhausting Misfortune, but exhausted definitely seems like a weird pickup here.
Yeah, I think definitely what Sentry is going for here is a poke comp where because they don't really have like a hard engage or hard team fight besides Jarvan. It's really just wanting to poke a lot with the Ezreal and the Teemo and the Talia to be able to just whittle down their opponents off of objectives, and then if a fight comes to shove, then their opponents are going to be at half HP bars, and that's kind of like how they want to play this. So with that being said, they don't really win anything early on, so it is kind of bad for Sentry that they've already conceded 3 kills.
Yeah, definitely, because you want to be ahead with those poke comps. Look at that, Alex Dirty just predicting exactly where that Ezreal is going to be. He's going to have to flash over, but Draymond actually looks like he's going to get caught. Unknown Shadow does finish that one off. Here's Quinn coming in for the 2v1. Rope Snake very, very low and does get taken down. But Unknown Shadow is not that weak early game. I'm not sure if Quinn wants this fight, it's going to be very close. Unknown Shadow with the last auto attack, and Quinn does take him down. Like I said, extremely close there, but it is the Lee Sin who comes out in the end, and you definitely do favor the Lee Sin the longer that fight goes. So the fact he was able to survive that long allowed him to win it. Here's the ultimate coming in, and the Salt Lord flashes away, but that was Indiana Jones running directly away from the boulder instead of diving to the side there, and that's not what you want to see. So he flashes away to no avail and gets taken out with the solo kill there from the Coop.
Yeah, you definitely want to flash not in a straight line.
Yeah.
In that situation. Oh, Alex Sturdy with another hook. That was a great E coming up from the Ezreal. That's exactly what he needs to be doing. Except
Perfect
he needs to be
timing there.
doing that every time Blitzcrank hooks.
Yeah, exactly. And hasn't been successful there. You can see Alex already looking for one, and Mako probably knows that this could be a possibility, but no, he definitely just walks right into the path, and Mako's going to go down. Dead fish, obviously, no way to escape as well. But they're trying to give that over to Leggy, and he actually doesn't manage to get it. It has to be Quinn going in for that, but the kill comes down as well. That is the Salt Lord taking out the Coop there up in the top lane. Unknown Shadow once again, 100% killed participation, and he is the one making the plays as usual on this Sentry team.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Jarvan, even though his bot lane is looking pretty doomed right now. He's at least trying to make things happen whenever he can, catching out Dredgemon in mid, and then catching out the Coop in top. He's trying to make plays wherever he can, trying to cut his losses. That's really all you can do as a jungler when the enemy's bot lane is getting this far ahead.
Yeah, he's doing as much as he can. I honestly didn't even notice that the dragon went down, but it did to scaling a little earlier on. And we do see the gank coming in here. This is Dredgemon coming back from stealing the blue, and Alex Dirty takes that one away.
That was
with
dirty.
the Blitzcrank punch. That was dirty indeed. Yeah, just a 3-man gank. Absolutely no chance there for Rope Snake. And 9-2 here. Look at that damage already. And Leggy actually taking quite a bit of damage here, but Mako's going to go back. Deadfish. Oh no, Deadfish gets out of the ultimate and actually gets hooked in. Double kill coming in from Leggy. Comes Unknown Shadow onto Quinn. And this definitely could be... Yeah, the shutdown goes in. Nice burst there comes in from the Jarvan. And it looks like he's going to get away from the Galio as well. So Unknown Shadow, yeah, like you said, it's even more impressive from the Jarvan to be this present on the map when you've got losing lanes. But he's doing absolutely that right now. And scaling need to be a little scared of these skirmishes if Jarvan is involved.
Yeah, it seems like Unknown Shadow is just doing all he can. But right before he made that play, I was just about to say in the bot lane, going back to that, is even though Alex 30 wasn't there, I don't think Mako and Deadfish realize that they do not win that 2v1.
No.
I'm pretty sure if Alex 30 was even in top lane, they still would have lost that fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, might have been able to get away, but wouldn't have won it, that's for sure. Salt Lord, there we go. There's the tower dive coming in from the Coop, who has built that Shroud, which his name is totally escaping me now, of that item that gives magic resist, but
yeah, I don't
whatever it is, he's got it, and it's giving him magic resist. So that's why he's able to survive so much Teemo damage.
Version of the cloak.
The blue hood. Unknown Shadow. Actually, Dredgemon. Oh, Dredgemon disconnected there. Oh no. That looked like some absolutely wacky BM coming in there from Dredgemon. But
Taunta with his DCs and walks away.
We have to clip that. That looked so hilarious.
I've ever seen.
And then immediately we see on screen reconnected.
Oh my god, that
amazing.
Was so funny. I was like, wait, why did he taunt him there?
Yeah, it's like, I think you had it, Dredgemon. I don't know if you have to back off. Quinn does finish it off, though. Luckily, Lee Sin's got enough burst damage here. Now, Leggy and Alex Dirty are swapping up. Going to flip up to the top lane there. Salt Lord manages to use that Teemo speed to get away from the hook. And I want to try and delay this as long as possible. But the first tower has already gone down on the bot side. And the Salt Lord, all he can do is back off. No, he's going to try to play the tower dive. Alex Dirty taking a lot of damage there and has to flash away. Heal comes down.
Really good blind from the Teemo. It stopped the Blitzcrank being able to knock him up.
Yeah, exactly. Really nice play from the Salt Lord, and actually, Nerves of Steel walks straight forward and doesn't even try to dodge the Blitz hook, which fakes out Alex there. Rope Snake is now pretty low, though, and we did see the attempted engage from Unknown Shadow, and he got stopped there. Galio goes in. Quinn gets taken under tower. Dredgemon's here, but look at the Salt Lord's mana. So low, and Rope Snake as well. Barely enough mana for anything. Here comes Yumi actually to save the day, but the Misfortune
Big
ult going to come in and hit everybody. 2 kills already. Quinn, is he going to go in on this? There is the ultimate. Oh, Unknown Shadow did absolutely everything he could there, but that is going to be all 4 kills in the top lane on that tower. Very well played there by Scaling. And Unknown Shadow and Salt Lord did well in that to defend against that tower dive, but the strength already amassed by the items there on the side of Scaling was enough to survive.
Yeah, that was just such an extended engage. In a normal situation, you would think that at least some kills would
Yeah.
come from Sentry, or at least some people on Scaling would die, but just because
Yep.
they're so far ahead, like they're able to just sit under your tower for that long and then lose nothing in return.
Exactly.
Another
The
hook
hook
coming
comes
up from
in.
Alex
Alex
Dirty.
Dirty. They're gonna. Salt Lord's gonna flash away, and actually is going to survive. But you want to stay away from that Misfortune Q. Rope Snake does a good amount of damage there to Quinn, but isn't going to be able to follow up. And I just want to point out here the 6-0 and 4 Misfortune going for the Manamune lethality build, which is not. As far as I know, not the common build here. Quinn's gonna get caught in the jungle, and he's just gonna go straight down. Base checking that bush. Good job there by Mako to notice that. And they're gonna also have to fight the Scion, who has become extremely tanky at this point. You do see a Tiamat built in the Scion, which is a little odd, but the Spirit Visage is going to be plenty. Mako gets taunted up. Mako gets taken down. Dredgemon going to actually land the taunt this time, so great job there. Good improvements coming in from Scaling. Dragon is spawned, actually. That's the Ocean Drake. And Sentry has no way in.
Yeah, so going back to the Misfortune, I think it's probably just because that Sentry doesn't really have any tanks. They have Jarvan,
Yes.
and that's about it. And so because of that,
Hang
the
on, Salt
lethality
Lord gets
is
hooked
so
there.
useful.
Yeah, Salt Lord
Oh no.
just gets hooked by the max range of the Blitzcrank ultimate. Looked like he was out, but here comes Quinn. Is he going to go for the insect? No, he's not. Doesn't fancy that far away. Mako uses his E to get right in there, and immediately the ultimate comes out from Leggy there. Mako gets away, and this tower is going to go down. There is Mako. Ooh, Quinn going in with the plays. That's the Lee Sin Q, and he goes over with the ward jump to get the auto attack. Now Unknown Shadows burning down, and the legendary Misfortune coming in. Beautiful work there from the entire team of Scaling. Quinn in particular looking the flashiest in that play with the double dash coming in from Lee Sin, Mario Kart style.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying before, Misfortune
Yes.
is just going to be
Misfortune
doing
build.
so much damage to these squishies because there's
Yep.
not a lot of tanks. They have Teemo top.
Yep.
There's Jarvan, who is kind of like hybrid. You can see he built the Warrior enchantment. He's going Black Cleaver, so he's not even going full tank. So
Yes.
there's not a whole lot that Ledge really has to worry about. So this lethality build is actually going to do a lot of damage. And honestly, at this point, when you're 8-0 and
Yep.
you're up 80
As long as you're
CS,
building attack damage, pretty
Yeah.
much doesn't matter what the
it
item is.
really
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, and of course, like it's just to build off what you're saying, the only point of bonus armor on any member of Sentry is the Ninja Tabby there coming in from the Jarvan. Like you said, going for the Warrior, which I think is the right call. Unknown Shadow really wanting to be the one to carry this, having the most kill participation, but it does let that Misfortune do a hell of a lot of damage to you there. So, ooh, Alex Dirty trying to predict the flash there. You can see him just stop and think about his decision for a moment after that. Here's Unknown Shadow going to farm, but Quinn's actually on his tail there. And here's Alex Dirty. They did walk over a shroom, so they're going to be spotted out. But Dredgemon takes out Ezreal, and our directed cam didn't even manage to pick it up. There is the engage, and 5+ players strong come in scaling to take down Rope Snake there, and they're going to push down this mid inhibitor turret. They will be able to get it with this wave. And here's Unknown Shadow. All he can do is keep the Yuumi on him and keep... Oh, he's going to try and walk back and forth, but the Galio ultimate going to take him down. Yuumi is the only one left. Leggy takes him down again. 10-0 and 8 coming in, and you can see the Sanguine Blade now finished there on Misfortune. Demonstrating exactly what we said before, Dinzy. It doesn't matter what item you build at this point. And this might be the end of the game, actually. 26 seconds left on Mako, 12 on Unknown Shadow, and those are the two players who you'd look to defend this. They might be able to end it right here on this wave, and that's the question. Will they decide to do it? Looks like a little bit of indecision. Quinn is very low, and so they're going to back right off.
Yeah, I really thought if they were going to end it right there, perhaps trying to get the Kang 3-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'll update you all on the prediction leaderboard decisions here. So if it's a 2-0, it's a wash, and we won't bother awarding any points since it's the same as both of them getting 2. But, of course, if it is, if both games are finished in under 20 minutes, that's when we give Kang the 3-0. Stefano has agreed to these terms. Dredgemon, unstoppable, looking to make it happen. Oh, they've got 3 minutes to give Kang that extra point on the leaderboard there. Ooh, double kill coming in from Leggy, and he's just doing an absolute metric ton of damage.
Yeah, this is something I love about Leggy. That you can tell he's a good ADC is when you're ahead, he knows how to play aggressive. Like,
yeah.
What Misfortune do you know will flash over a wall just to ult right in somebody's face?
Yeah.
But when you're 13-0, you know
you're flashing over a wall and stunning yourself essentially. But if you know the damage you can do. Now here's Quinn going down, but it looks like this is going to be the end, Dinzy, as Unknown Shadow, probably the last bastion of hope for this defense, and the Salt Lord, oh my goodness, you can see that crazy Misfortune damage coming in. GGs are called, 18 minutes in. Scaling will take the first map.